Great crowd. I hope you're all feeling well. We have a great night for you here. We want to thank, though, eBay for providing us not only space, but also the pizza. Yay to eBay. And we have another sponsor, Useful Social Media, which has a large conference coming up at the Nika Hotel in June. Details are on the Meetup site.
Yeah, they sponsored for.
Hi everybody. They are one of the sponsors for Pizza 2 today.
Yeah.
And I usually get all the credit, but I have a nice team behind me. Robert does a lot of work. And there's John Len, who usually does our video recording. And Troy, who's just volunteered this time.
Thank you.
And
Today.
Just
Today or yesterday?
beginning today. Yes. It's amazing how this all came together. I think we started the meetup last Monday. And then, organically everything comes together. We enjoy that process, and we want to learn about Pinterest and what the promise of what it's offering. And I'm excited as much as you guys are. And Brian usually does all of the trips with us too. So call it out.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Would this be like the world's first?
Pinterest meetup? We could declare it so. Let's make it so! Make it so! We'll do Star Trek, Make it so.
I mean, you're in the valley, right?
I know.
Everything's been like this.
Say, tweet it. We'll make it
We have by the way, we have a hashtag #Meetup. So we could tweet #Meetup. That's it. We're ready to get started. We have a series of demos and awesome keynote.
Sure. So, anybody have any announcements that they'd like to make? We can.
Searching. People who are offering jobs.
Okay, so maybe at the end we'll do if you're looking for a job or if you have a job to offer. We'll give you a few, like 30 seconds each to make those announcements. And so I'd like to make a brief announcement also. There's a Creative Currency Hackathon, which is next weekend, the end of April, 27, 28, 29 at the Hub. And it's creative-currency.org, and it's an initiative for making projects, sustainable projects over a 6-month period of time, which will be a combination of a hackathon format and a new economy thinker format to address problems of the Mission and Tenderloin area in San Francisco. So that's in the hub. It's called creative-currency.org. And it's a hackathon, but over a 6-month period of time. And there's money to help fund those projects for that 6-month period. So we're looking for great people like you all. And there's also a link of that in the Meetup site. So welcome you all, come on in. There's pizza in the back, and glad to see you all. So first up tonight, we have Rummage. And we'll hear from Matt and Eugene about Rummage. And you're on.
Hi, I'm Matt, and this is Eugene. And we're demoing a project that we made called Rummage, which is basically visual search for eBay with Pinterest integration. And kind of just to talk a little bit about what our thoughts were in building it. When you think about images or user-generated content on eBay or on Pinterest, I guess the content that's produced by what you think about on eBay typically aren't very shareable. So I have some examples here of listings that have writing, image graffiti, American flag borders, not really things that you'd want to share. But eBay actually is one of the most incredibly rich source of user-generated content. They have amazing user-generated product photos. And so it's interesting when you look at the amount of content that's shared on Pinterest through eBay content. There's not as much as you would think. So there's a couple of changes that we noticed that actually will impact eBay pretty significantly over the 2012. And I think a lot of these changes perhaps could be attributed to sort of this interest in visual browsing. So in 2012, photos will no longer be optional for eBay listings. Every listing needs a photo. Large photos are required, and images need to be used. User-generated content needs to be used for used items, so you can't actually use a stock photo. And because of that, eBay will basically have this incredibly rich source of photos that you can actually share and spread on Pinterest. So what we built was Rummage, and Eugene can walk us through kind of how it looks and how it works.
Okay, so real quick live demo. So this is Rummage. The UI is obviously influenced by Pinterest. This is a search for graphics cameras. We tried to, I guess, highlight photos as much as possible and make it easy to browse through them and find and discover new sellers and similar products, just in a very visual way. So here's a search for bakelite cameras, or bakelite jewelry, and antique radios, and here's one for guitars. So I'm going to click on one of these and pop up kind of the detailed view. We got like a big, it's not showing up. I guess it's like a small resolution on a regular resolution, much better. You can scroll through this items, photos. You can see more listings from this same seller, and you can see similar items down here. And of course, you can share on Pinterest. So clicking a Pinterest button will pop up the standard Pinterest share view. And actually, right now, it's, integrating that Pinterest button turned out to be a pretty good idea. Pinterest is the #1 traffic source for Rummage after Google organic search. I think that's it. Thank you.
So, do you all know about the Google TV hackathon this weekend? Anybody going? Well, you might change your mind.
Hi, so I'm working on a project for Google TV. I'm working on a project for Google TV and it's called FinTV. Basically, it goes on Pinterest. You can pick the user that you like, you follow. Fetch all your boards, and it's mostly a very graphical and user-friendly interface for watching the videos. So if anyone's interested in collaborating on this project or taking this idea further, please contact me. I'll be around for a while.
Thank you. Francisco. This is Francisco. He's been working at this project for a while to do analytics for Pinterest.
Yay.
Hi everybody, my name is Francisco and this is Liang, Liang, co-founder of Pintics as well. Funny story, me and Liang, we met at the Angel Hack Hackathon that was held in San Francisco, and after coding for almost 48 hours straight, we came up with this really cool idea. We didn't win the hackathon, but we got really good feedback from the judges, so we decided to keep on going, and we'll tell you everything we put together so far. We are getting really, really good feedback about the idea, so that's why we're still working on it. So, hold on, let me try it again. So in the meantime, so raise your hand. Who is actually, raise your hand if you're using Pinterest right now to drive traffic to your website. All right, I see a few hands. Of those hands that were up, could you tell me, do you know right now what's the pin that's giving you the most sales? Could you tell me right now? You could. Awesome. How you do it?
We have a software application that scrapes.
Software application that scrapes. There you go. That's one way to do it. We come up with a little better solution. So basically, if you think about it, you're a social media manager, you're an e-commerce manager, you have your work, you're putting your time in Pinterest, and your boss is going to come and ask you, can you tell me what's working? Is Pinterest giving me any sales, any traffic? How do you know? So what we decided to build here is, I'm hoping it shows up okay, it's Pintics. So basically, with Pintics, we are putting together all of the Pinterest analytics that you have on top of Google Analytics, so you can actually see where your traffic is coming from. So let me just take a quick minute to show you what the product looks like right now. So this is Pintics, and we are there right now at the actual application. So as you can see, we have there's 3 different views that you can get. You can see accounts, boards, and pins. So what we're doing is we're putting together all of the data from Pinterest, which is the followers, following, likes, and ratings. And then on top of that, we actually have that data together with the data from Google Analytics to tell you what's driving visits to your website, your page views, your bounce rate. And if you're tracking sales through Google Analytics, I can tell you your sales. If you're doing lead management and you're tracking leads in your website through Google Analytics, you can add that as well. So to answer the question, here's the account for Pintics. Let me go to the board. So you can go down to the board level, and for every single board that I have in my account, I will get the same information I have, and I can sort it by it. So just to give a quick example, if I want to know which of my boards has generated the most visits to my website, I can click on the sorter and I can see, hey, the Hackathon 2012 San Francisco board has 246 followers and has actually sent 36 page views to my site, or 13 visitors. So, and you can do this at the pin level. So you can go down to the pin level, and you see this cute little rabbit. It's the most popular thing that I have in my boards. It has 8 repins, but as you can see, traffic going to the site. But if I want to see, okay, tell me the pin that's actually working the best for visits to the website, you click on the sorter, and there you go. There I am. I am amazing. Everybody's coming to see me. So, and this is just basically, it's the very early version of our product. The things that we want to do, me and Liang, is give tools for people who are using Pinterest for business. If you're a retailer manager right now, let's say that you have your own store, right? You have 20, 50 items. You have to pin them one by one right now. If you want to do more stuff with business, there's no tools out there for you to do it. So we put together, this is just a first view for you to see what's working for you in Pinterest, and then we're going to put additional tools so that if you're running a business, you want to use Pinterest for that, you will be able to do all of that. So in a nutshell, that's what we have, and we are looking for funding, and we're also looking for a designer or two to give us a hand. So if you're interested, come talk to me. And thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, I can take them right now, or I can take them later.
So what are your plans for the descriptions, handling descriptions? So what are your plans for handling the descriptions? Because I know for us, we noted that if you're a certain link and you're using certain wording, especially in code, you can track the click on that. So are you planning on taking that in as well, or?
We should be able to. Obviously, it will depend on what the API will include once the API is released. At first glance, we're only tracking the pin itself, right? We want to track also the number of comments. We have that. We just haven't put it out there. And the things that we want to do is, we want to see whether we can actually track not only comments but how viral you get, right? So this is the activity from your account. Other people will repin your stuff. We're trying to show you everything that's coming to your site. But, and this is at least a little bit better than if you use Google Analytics by itself, it's just a bunch of URLs. You don't know what it is unless you click on it. So it's a little bit better. The idea is if you're a social media manager, you're a retailer, that you use it to link. Yes?
Yeah. What is the bounce percentage?
Oh, bounce percent, for those who are not in the SEM, SEO industry. Bounce rate is bounce rate. It just means the people that bail out right away. So I click on it and I don't care about your page and I leave. That's a bounce rate. The higher it is, the worse your page is. So that's why we have it in there. You should make sure that people that are coming to your website, if you're selling, you want a bounce rate that is really low.
Question? Answers?
So thanks, looks like a really cool tool, and how do I get access? Because I've signed up 2 or 3 times for the beta.
Liang, we're working, so we're working on it. So let me tell you where we are right now. So we have about 1,600 people on the waiting list. We decided to let the first 120 people or so into the site, just to get them to try it and also find out our own system. So Liang has been working night and day to get people to come in. I know that we sent a few invites, and if you accepted your invitation really late, you probably couldn't get in, but we should be in there pretty soon.
Hey, let's give it up for Francisco.
Thank